So we are going to make sure to set up a budget and an alarm for that budget for this course in order for us not to spend any money or too much money. So therefore, we need to go into the billing console. So you can click on the top right of your screen and click on billing and cost management. So as you can see here, I get a lot of access denied. This is because I'm logged in as an IAM user, Stefan, for my account. And I had administrator access, but even though I have administrator access, I cannot access my billing data. So to fix this, you can go into your root account. So here I'm in my root account. As you can see, it just says the name of my account. It doesn't say an IAM user. And then you click on it and you go to accounts. So from accounts, you're going to scroll down, and then scrolling down, you will find the IAM user and role access to billing information. And as you can see right now, it is deactivated. So we need to just activate IAM access, and this will allow IAM users to access the billing information if they are administrators. So back into my billing console now, and I refresh this page, and I refresh again, and it can take a bit of time. As you can see now, I see my data. So except this for the forecast, because there is a data unavailable exception, so insufficient amount of historical data. Except for this, we can see all my cost information in here. So now let me show you what a billing page looks like for an account that I'm actually using, and I have some costs. So as we can see, we get some information around the month to day's cost. We get the total forecast month for the current month, and so on, and last month's total cost. So from this, we can get a few information, such as the cost breakdown by month. So this is when you start seeing some cost. And then we can have a look at bills. So if you look at bills, say you have any cost for this tutorial, for this course, let's go into December 2023. So you will find at the bottom of it, charges by service. And so you'll see the number of active services right now of 28. And for example, if I look at the Elastic Compute Cloud, so EC2, I see I have $43 of cost in EU Ireland. And it turns out that here is the breakdown of my cost. So there is some Amazon Elastic Compute NAT Gateway, which is costing me $35. There is some EBS cost, there is some Elastic IP cost, and so on. And so you can get a lot of information out of just this bill. So in case you see any kind of cost for your account, remember to go into bills, go to the month you're interested into, and then scroll down to get charges by service, where you're going to get a lot of information around how every service is being used and how you are billed for service, which will allow you to break down your bill very easily. Next, you can go into free tier on the left-hand side. So AWS does have a free tier, and you're going to be able to see the current usage and the forecasted usage as well as against what the free tier is. And then you will see whether or not you're going to pass the free tier usage. So if you do pass it as a forecast, it goes into the red, then you are going to be billed. So make sure you turn off anything that is turned on and potentially costing you money. So this is a very, very helpful dashboard. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set up a budget. So on the left-hand side, you click on budgets, and here you can create a budget that will alert you whenever you reach your thresholds. So let's create a budget, and we're going to use a template simplified, and the first one is going to be a zero spend budget. So as soon as we reach 1 cent, we're going to get an alert. So this is very helpful. So the budget name is my zero spend budget. Here you add your email. So I put here stefan@example.com, and then create the budget. So whenever I will spend 1 cent, I will have this budget send me an email. You can also use another template for a monthly cost budget. And here we're saying, okay, we want to have a monthly cost budget of, for example, $10, and saying, hey, I want to spend no more than $10 per month on this course. And then the email recipients are going to be, again, stefan@example.com. And by the way, if you follow this course closely, you should not spend any dollars. I say you when things can cost you money. But if you're careful, you should not spend any money. Regardless, it's still good to set up a budget just to make sure, in case you do mistakes, that you don't have a big bill coming to your way. So now for this $10 budget, I'm actually going to reach an email when my actual spend reaches 85%. And when my actual spend is going to reach 100%, and if my forecasted spend is expected to also reach 100%. So very helpful. Like I have 3 emails I can receive from this, and I'm going to create this budget. So as you can see, well, my zero spend budget has already been exceeded because, well, I've spent some money this month, so I'm getting an email right away at this address. So with these budgets and access to the free tier on the left-hand side to explore, as well as accessing your bills breakdown on the left-hand side, you should be able to debug any kind of costing issue and billing issue you have on this course. And this is a skill that is going to be necessary for you when using AWS. All right, so that's it for this lecture. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.